Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we have a very special Ingham episode. That's right, you may have heard about it already because it is going viral right now. Not views wise, obviously, unfortunately, Chris, you know, it's as shit as usual. But in terms of comments and notoriety, it is quite the vlog, I've got to say. Right, so pre-warning, there is talk of uncomfortable situations, death and things like that, right? So yeah, their title, clickbait, was Tragic Beach Incident on Our First Date in Sardinia. Beach day turned tragedy in Sardinia. Now, to me, that sounds like they're having a beach date and it's turned tragic, right? So that to me sounds like it's happened to them. That does sound like it has happened to them. Obviously, we know that it wouldn't have been happening to them because otherwise we'd have heard about it by now, right? And obviously, these things never happen to them. It usually happens to others anyway. Right, so we're going to get into this, and just a warning, Sarah is just an absolute moron. Although I think we knew that, right? But let's get into it anyway and have a look, see exactly what happened.
That's me falling in and out so fast, holding you back. Guilty of the pain I caused and of the conscience I lack. I will hold your hand while I'm 1 foot out the door, and it's all because
And welcome to our first morning waking up in Sardinia. Okay, we are locked up. Boom, ready to go. This place was absolutely awesome last night. I want to see if we can see a plane going. Definitely hear one. Anyway, super quiet. There's still a few campers around. We're heading to a beach today. Our first beach day on this whole trip because the beaches in Sardinia look insane.
hungry for another one. Anyone, I don't look back. I will hold.
Okay, so Sardinia is famous for its insane beaches, crystal clear turquoise water, and we are so excited to explore some of that. We haven't done a single beach day this trip yet.
You haven't done a single beach day this trip yet? Oh, Chris, get on it. You need to get on it, funk mate. You just have to, right? I can't believe that you haven't been to the beach. Oh my god. Chris, what are you doing? You know the beach brings in views, right? You know it does, right? That's what your whole personality is, right? Beaches. I can, honestly, what is an Ingham family holiday without going to the beach time after time after time after time after time after time after friggin' time, you know? I mean, I've never known a family to go to the beach so many times.
So we're heading to one of the most recommended on this little piece of coastline that we're on right now. We're in a place called Olbia. I'll pop it on the map. That's where we crossed and entered on the ferry yesterday. And this is called the Emerald Coast. This whole coastline is kind of famous for being the most beautiful coastline, says Google, in Sardinia. So we're really looking forward to exploring some of this. It's quite big. Although Sardinia is an island, it is quite a big island. And we're going to be traveling a little bit around. We've got like a circular clockwise route that we're going to do around the island, which we're starting today with a special cove beach place that looks amazing. As long as we can park there. The parking on the, I always check Google Maps to see how the actual car parking looks from the air. This one looks all right, provided it's not too busy. Now, it may be busy today. It's a very gorgeous day and it's a weekend, so it may be very busy today. So we've got another option if parking's no good at this one. Obviously, it's just a slight issue with the caravan on the back, but we'll see what happens.
So the sat nav is basically telling us to go down that dirt road. I'm not sure about that. So Chris has just gone down there now to check it out.
Okay, see how many different camera angles that they filmed the vans going by just then? There was about 4 different angles. So how many times did you have to put the camera down or get out the van and put the camera down and film it and then go back and get the camera and go? That's not a relatable family holiday. You know, this is not a family holiday. Don't forget, guys, this is an actual work trip. This is work. It's work for the kids. Imagine being there. You just want to get to the beach, right? You want to enjoy yourself. You want to relax because of all the schoolwork you allegedly do. And then your dad says, wait a second, we got to stop the van. We got to get out of the van. We got to put the camera down and film this segment. And then we got to do it again from different angles because it'll look great, guys. And all the while the kids are like, oh, for fuck's sake, oh, Jesus Christ, let me just go to the beach, right? But no, that's not how you film a good video. You just don't just appear at the beach. You got to have all the camera angles and film it and stop the van and get out of the van, get back in the van, back out of the van, and keep filming and keep filming and keep filming. Different angle. Come on, get with it. That's ridiculous, isn't it? That's ridiculous. That's not a family holiday. That's just no.
Managed it. We got parked and I don't know how we managed that, to be honest, but this is the rest of the car park, but we're currently headed there. Looks like a nice beach, right?
Yeah, it looks gorgeous online. It's really gorgeous.
It looks really good. You got the zoom camera. Let's swap.
Alright, this place
There we go.
looks actually mega. Look at that turquoise
I
blue.
swear if you've got it wrong and this is a reserved beach, I'm so annoyed.
It's
We
not.
walk all the way down there.
It says it's not online. It says it's just a public beach.
A lot of beaches here in Sardinia, you have to reserve a place and pay to go on them. This says it's a public one, so.
Fingers crossed we didn't get it wrong.
Yeah.
Especially with that drive down.
Yet more shots for the TV show, the episode that's going to really rake in the views, guys. You go into the beach, make sure you walk in a slow motion type way, and I will capture every single moment of you. Just carry on walking as if you're heading down to the beach. Remember, get that shot. That's what we need. That shot. Can you do that for me, guys? Just carry on walking, and I will carry on filming every second that you can. Just make it relatable, make it believable, guys. Make it like you are so, well, you're relaxed, you're heading down to the beach, and oh, it's going to be brilliant.
Very sunny down here and I cannot see the viewfinder, but oh my gosh, this is actually quite what's it called, an intimate beach. This is a bit intimate, but it's stunning. Oh my gosh, it's absolutely beautiful. We have managed to get a space despite the fact that it's way after lunchtime now.
You go ahead, darling. Well done.
I said she crawled over to it.
Chris, did you... Sorry. Did you just call your wife doll? Alright, doll. You can't pull that off. I'm sorry, Chris. You just can't. In fact, nobody should, but Chris, no. No.
Realised it makes her wet and then ran straight back. Right,
I was say
what was you saying?
Yes, if you watched yesterday's video, I can confirm 100% no video I've seen about Sardinia was colour graded.
How do you know?
Because the sea is exactly the same as the colour I saw on videos.
I thought you'd like looked at the picture and realised something, that's what I was meaning. Anyway, yeah, it's a kind of an intimate beach, but it's so beautiful. I'm really grateful for this weather. So it is a little bit breezy, so I don't know if you can be able to hear that on the camera. Apologies if you can, but it's really hot, but not sweaty hot. It's not humid hot, is it?
Yeah, it's lovely.
It's just like hot. You know, like a blanket's just been wrapped around you and it just feels so nice. Looking absolutely beautiful, Isla, as always. Oh my, oh yeah, it's nice. It's cold, it's cool.
Yeah,
it's not freezing, like, it's too cold to get in, but it's not warm.
Cold, but it's not warm. It's
Yeah,
cool.
it's just cool. Yeah, it's really, oh my gosh. This is so beautiful. Look at the colour of the ocean. Oh my goodness. Look at how cool this is. Yes, darling?
This new one in the sea.
Oh yeah, we left the other ones in our house in Dubai, didn't we?
Yeah. And I got this new one.
That's not blue.
No, I got this new one.
Oh, new one. Cool. Aurora's absolutely loving exploring around. So sweet. Oh my gosh, Jace! It's not cold. Jace was straight in then. Go on then. You were straight in. I can't believe you just did that. Woo! Oh my gosh, these are like my absolute perfect beaches. Where it's safe for the children to play. Like, look at that. These are my perfect beaches. Yes, darling. What, darling? Yeah? What are you gonna do? Jump over it like a big girl? You're so clever. Aura, you are such a big girl. Where's your hat? Where's your little hat gone? Hey? Clever boy, Jace! Yay! Mila's loving her life jumping over the waves. What's she doing? Yeah? Yeah, you can take it off for a little bit. It's not too hot right now. Look at these two. We've been here about half an hour. Isla's had a turn, now it says Maze. Sister photographers for each other. Most of them will probably be on Instagram, so make sure you're following us.
I'm sorry, what, Sarah? Say that again. Say that again for those of us a little bit hard of hearing, right? What you're saying is the bikini or swimwear shots of your 15-year-old child will probably end up on Instagram, so please go and follow her over there. Yeah, follow my child who is wearing a bikini and doing bikini shots on Instagram. Just go and follow her, you know. And the fact that you said probably means that you're not actually actively telling her what to post and what not to post and monitoring what she's posting, what and not posting. You just said it probably will, you know. Yeah, probably will will be exposing my child on Instagram wearing her swimwear. It's fine though, you know. It's only pedos that would want that sort of content, and those are few and far between on the internet, aren't they? Obviously. There's not that many, is there? You know, compared to the amount of people that follow us, that's a drop in the ocean, isn't it? Never mind. Fucking hell.
You want to see them?
That's me falling in and out so fast, holding you back, back, back. Guilty of the pain I caused and of the conscience I lack, lack, lack. I will hold your
Okay, so this is the incident that they're getting a lot of backlash for, okay? So I'm aware, and I've got to put this out there straight up, I'm aware that by me reposting this, it does create the possibility of being a hypocrite, right? I'm just saying that I'm aware of that, right? And I'm going to slate them for doing so, and yet I'm still doing so. Now, I would come back and say that I didn't post this in the first place. If they didn't post it, it wouldn't be on the internet. That's all I'm saying. I'm just reporting on what I see.
You alright, JC mate?
Yep.
Well, it's so weird that the beach is so eerily silent right now. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit about why. But it's so weird.
Keep your ears up, guys.
You can watch it. You can watch it, but keep your ears covered, okay? Good girl, Mila. Keep them really tightly closed, okay? Good girl.
I've got to wonder though, what sort of parents would willingly just have their kids hanging about in this one instance and not just take them off and take them away from the situation, right? Because it's a little bit distressing for children to have to witness, and obviously we're going to find out exactly what happened in a little bit, but they're keeping their kids there and they're saying you can watch it, but it's, you know, just cover your ears, right? You can watch the situation, but just don't, yeah. I feel like they probably should have packed up and left and took the kids away.
Hold them tight. It's going to take that mister to get
I laid awake in our bed. It was the last time I would stay. You blocked the sunlight from the window. I left the keys but couldn't close the door. All the times I convinced myself there gotta be a heaven and hell. Once again you stab a chest, swear to God you're a narcissist. Never again.
Well, there's nothing like a good old tragedy to make you do a TikTok, isn't there? You know, carry on, guys, carry on. It's only well, a death, but there you go. Just carry on with your TikToking. That's okay. Don't worry about it.
Through the fire, through the flames, that's how it burns when I hear your name. You let me down when I was high. Now I go first and it's your time to lose your head.
So we just got back to the van after a lovely, but turned into, I can't even think of the right word to describe it, a very surreal, horrible, scary, not very nice experience to witness. Basically we were just sat as me and Chris were in the sea, Mila was asleep, Jace was just playing, and basically this woman just ran past me and Isabel with the most horrendous, like, terrified look on her face. Like, I thought she'd, like Isabel said, she lost a child. Sorry guys, I had to move because the mosquitoes are literally eating me alive.
The mosquitoes are eating you alive. Probably not the best turn of phrase for the story you're about to tell us.
But basically, Chris and Esme were in the ocean, in the sea. Me, Isla and Isabel were just sat chatting. Jace was playing, and Aurora and Mila were asleep.
Notice how she's setting the scene for the story of the terror, the tragedy and everything. She's setting the scene where all her kids were, where they were playing, what they were doing. None of that is relevant to the story, and none of it is relevant to anything except for to give a backstory about what's happening, where they were when they saw the event and everything else. It's pretty sick if you think about it.
This woman just runs past us with the most awful, terrified, like, you could just see the pain in her eyes, like she looked terrified, and she ran past us.
And she ran past us, and she had this gaunt look on her face, and she was terrified, and it was so wow. We thought, what the hell's going on? It's so, and she just ran so fast. She was, wow. So I'd like to stop you there, right? I'll stop myself, in fact, right? Because Chris has put up a couple of comments, or replied to some comments I'd like to address. So this person said, you've milked that sad situation for your benefit of views. That poor lady who was so distressed, but yet you do what you do. You should have stopped filming immediately. And that's what this person is talking about. That woman who was so distressed, and yet you made a drama out of it. That was exactly what Sarah was doing. She was making a drama out of that situation just now, where she was saying how distressed the woman looked and how she was running for it and everything, and the fact that she was setting the scene for the whole story. It was really sick. Now, Chris replied, what planet do you live on? Where did we film? Other than a helicopter, we did nothing disrespectful here, other than tell our day's story, which we have every right to tell. So that is Chris's opinion. Now, this person also said, sad that you're using someone else's tragedy like this. It's not your story to tell, which is absolutely true. It's not their story to tell. It is the person or people involved. That's their story to tell. But Chris, again, had a difference of opinions, and he replied and said, no one's using anyone's tragedy. We are telling our day story, which is ours to tell. Thank you. Now, I would disagree. It is not your story to tell, right? By telling your day story, it's involving them, right? It's involving the people concerned. It's their story to tell. They think, as a lot of the iFam do, that by not filming the actual incident, they're okay. They're just talking about it, right? Which is fine. People will talk, right? If I had witnessed that event, I probably would have gone home and I would have told my friends, right? I'm not going to lie. I probably would have done. But what they're doing is completely different to that. They're putting it out on the internet where the people concerned could well stumble across it and they will be re-traumatized by that. That's the issue there. But they don't seem to think about this. They don't think that that's an issue. They think that, well, we're just telling our story. It's not your story. It's their story you're telling. That's the problem.
And me and Isabel looked at each other and was like, oh my gosh. I don't know why this was the first thing that I thought, and obviously Isabel thought as well. It was, oh my gosh, has she lost a child? Like, I hope she's not. Like, I hope she's all right. Like, what on earth? She was running so fast. And as you guys saw, it was not like a massive beach there. It was small. It was a small cove.
The woman, she was running so fast, and it wasn't even a large beach. It was just a small beach. You saw the beach. It was quite tiny, wasn't it? It was not that. So it was, and the kids were here. you know, Esme and Chris were in the sea, and the other kids were on the beach, and this woman, she was running really fast, but it was just a small beach, obviously. You know, the story's taken too long, Sarah. The story, what you're doing is creating a drama out of the situation, this incident. A drama it's really sick.
But she was running past us so fast. So me and Isabel naturally just was looking like, oh, where's she going? What's going on? I hope she's not lost a child, basically. And then two other women came to the side of us saying something in Italian. Now, it's obvious that they weren't saying this, but it's obvious they were asking for, is anybody medically trained?
And then Chris put his hand up, you know, on account of his previous experience working in Bradford Hospital as a surgeon, obviously, not as a porter or anything like that. But Chris put his hands up and say, yeah, I can help out.
They were saying something, but they were asking like medical or something like that. I don't know what word they were saying. But a couple stood up and they were like ushering them like, quick. Literally at the side of us. I don't know how, I don't know what. Or I think it's because we were too busy looking this way to not notice what was going on right at the side of me, to my right. We were too busy looking at the women to the left that had run down the beach. This poor man, just, it feels so wrong to say it, but he literally just died on the beach. Like, I don't even know what happened.
I'm sorry, what? The poor guy just died on the beach. It sounds wrong to say it, Sarah, because it is wrong to say it. If it sounds wrong, it is wrong, right? Use that motto from now on. If it sounds wrong, it is wrong. Particularly as you don't actually know if he has died, as we'll find out later on in this segment, right? You don't actually know that for an actual fact. To say that, oh, he's just died on it, you know, what's that, like a joke or the punchline or what? Because you don't know what actually happened. You're not involved in this situation. You're just commenting on what you've seen, and what you're seeing is just, it shouldn't be repeated on your channel, sorry.
He wasn't in the ocean or anything. He was just sunbathing like 2 minutes before that. We'd not spoke to him or anything, but you know, you smile and you nod at the people around you, and you know, everyone's cooing at the little ones usually, and he was just, another woman was over him like doing compressions, and it was just the most weird, like scary, horrible, gut-wrenching sight to see.
Don't worry, Sarah, your iFam have your back in this one. Oh, Sarah, I so feel for you to have all witnessed that. Stay safe always. God bless the poor man. Obviously, gotta get about the actual man involved there. But oh my God, that made me cry. What the fuck? I'm so sorry you guys had to witness that. I hope you guys are all okay. See, you're getting plenty of support there, Sarah, for your traumas, right? You are getting support. You know, maybe you should go to therapy or something like that. Mummy Dons has weighed in with, made me emotional, that poor man and his family. I pray all is okay. Sarah, I could feel your emotion when talking about it. Must have been so hard for you all to witness. Sending love and hugs to you, all my faves. So don't worry, Sarah, your iFam are completely on your side. They're getting you the support you so desperately need, you know?
And then the woman that had run down the beach, like a few minutes later, she's running back with the lifeguard, who had a defibrillator. Oh my gosh, what's it called, babe? A defibrillator. You know what I mean? Yeah. And they sat hooking him up to this thing, and it was just, I was obviously like trying to occupy Jace. I was like, Jace, come on, let's build a sandcastle.
But that's the problem, right, Sarah? At this point that you saw all this happening, right, instead of just standing around watching or trying to distract Jace, although you were telling him that he could watch earlier on and we saw it, maybe pack up and just leave, right? You've got little kids to think about. Yes, there's some drama unfolding in front of you. You maybe want to see what's going on. I know you were wanting to see what was going on, even though it was apparently distressing, but more so for your children, right? But most people would pack up and leave to take their kids away from the situation and take their kids away. But you just choose to stay because, you know, content and it's exciting, obviously.
And obviously the crowd starts gathering and people are coming over, and these women are just like working on this poor man, and he wasn't old, he was our age, he wasn't an old man. It's not like, I mean, I'm not saying that younger people are invincible or anything, but they just start working on him and like putting the stickers all over him, they're, you know, hooking him up to the defibrillator, and then 2 minutes later, like 6 more medics arrived. Well, I thought they were paramedics, and I was confused. I was like, why are the paramedics not working on him? Because even though they were there, it was still the women doing the compressions. And I was like, why are they not taking over? Like, what's going on? Is it different here in Italy? Like, I don't know why it would be different, but I was just like, why are they not doing anything? But it turns out they were just more lifeguards, and obviously, I don't know, maybe they weren't as medically trained as the women. I don't know, but they didn't take over. They were just like passing stuff to the women. Oh my God, it was horrendous. It was so horrible to witness. And then there's obviously a massive crowd now gathering around us because we were sat at the side. We were sat like close by to the man. And so there's massive crowds now gathering all around us. And so obviously the little one's like, what's going on? What's going on? And then the paramedics arrived, an ambulance obviously arrived, but this guy's still been, it's 20 minutes has passed now, at least a minimum of 20 minutes has passed, and they're still giving him compressions.
Only Sarah could go into such detail about this situation. She must have been staring at it intently, right? But apart from Sarah, there are other people in the comments who were so excited to see this. This person said, been subscribed to your channel for ages. Love it. They absolutely love this content, don't they? Fucking hell. This is a sex bot, by the way, an actual sex bot. Chris not only hearted it, but thanked it with many other hearts there. This is the sex bot involved. And I mean, it's the most inappropriate time for a sex bot to get involved in the comments, but there you go. Not even they have any morals, you know. They love the content they do, and Chris loves that they love the content as well.
And then the paramedics arrived, and they're walking down the beach, and don't get me wrong, they weren't taking a stroll, you know, they weren't like that, but they weren't running either. They weren't hurrying. I'm getting eaten. You know, they're just walking towards us, and obviously the woman's getting frustrated. I don't know if it says like his daughter or his wife, or I don't know, like she's shouting at them in Italian, and then they picked up pace a little bit. And then they start giving him compressions and oxygen. Then they started giving him oxygen. And then I think they like got him back. Like they went yes, and the woman that the whole time, I don't know if she was related to him. I don't know.
Speaking of relations, now I personally don't know if this is true, right? Obviously, it could well not be true. But I'm just putting it out there so everybody sees, because it's been deleted. They said, this is my uncle, please can you take this down? It is completely disrespectful and upsetting for our family. Now, obviously this could be fake, alright? The likelihood is probably, but there's a chance it's not, right? This is the person that posted it. They're joined in March of 2024, so there's no indication one way or the other. Anyway, just putting it out there because it soon was deleted pretty quickly after it got posted. So what do you reckon? You know, I mean, if it's real, right, and Chris has deleted the post of the family members. It's just a bit icky for me.
She was with him. I don't know if it was like his wife, his daughter, a friend, I don't know, but she was with him. She stood up and she went, yes, and she started consoling the other woman who was crying.
So there's a chance that he didn't die? Is that what you're saying? Because at the beginning of this story time, you kind of suggested that he died. Not only suggested that, you said outright he died, right?
So they got him back. They got like a heartbeat back, a pulse. And then everyone kind of, not really celebrated, but, you know, everyone kind of sighed a bit of relief. So I was looking away. I was like trying to occupy Jace, and then I looked back over, turned back around 2 minutes later, and they were compressing him again. So they must have lost him again. And then, I don't know, it was the most horrendous, scary, horrible thing to witness. And then the air ambulance came, and then they were like giving him all sorts of drugs. They got him hooked up to an IV drip. They were giving him, what were they giving him, babe? I mean, you don't know, but what was it like that they was giving him? The adrenaline and the other thing. What was the other thing? Yeah, just drugs basically that try and, you know, get the heart going and things.
I love how she asked Chris, like Chris would know. Yeah, but Chris's experience, obviously, we mentioned that earlier about his surgeon, his previous life as a surgeon, right?
And then, yeah, I mean, we don't know if he's okay or not, obviously. We didn't go to hospital with him, obviously.
He was on a ventilator when he left.
To be honest, Sarah, I'm surprised that you didn't go to the hospital with him, you know. Just jumped in the air ambulance and just sort of sped off there to see if he was okay, just to, you know, get the breaking news story and everything.
He was on a ventilator.
Helicopter, so.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Like, he was definitely being compressed for a good 30 minutes. More, yeah, I think it was more.
He's definitely technically dead for more than that. Long time.
He was yeah, it was so long, because I was like, how are they, like, you know, even the police came and everything, and I was like, I can't believe they're like still like doing it, and how is he not already at hospital? Like, it was over an hour before they took him, before the helicopter took back off. It was over an hour, maybe like an hour and 15 minutes.
It was so long that I said they must just be doing it for protocol, because there's no way he's going to survive this.
Yeah, because it was so long, and I was like,
maybe I thought because sometimes in some countries they have to have like a doctor come in and pronounce the person dead. The paramedics have to keep trying to resuscitate them until they either get them to hospital or a doctor comes or something like that.
Yeah, I'm not
I
sure.
thought it might be a deal with that, but it didn't seem to be like that in the end.
But thank goodness they did. Well, I'm saying thank goodness they did. I mean, I don't know, like, things like that can be horrible, and just because they start breathing again, that doesn't mean a happy, all well and good. Obviously, we don't even know what caused this guy to... How scary, though. But, yeah, so... And then after that, I think everyone just kind of packed up, didn't they? No one was in the mood to swim anymore after
It's just
that.
one of the things that just puts you in a really weird, reflective frame of mind, right?
Well, as we saw earlier, you were in such a reflective, downcast mood that Esme carried on doing her TikToks. You know, obviously TikToks are important, but the main thing here is that you didn't just leave after this happened. Yes, you may have been a bit more reflective and you might have been a bit more downcast in your mood, but it didn't force you to leave the beach, right? I mean, I think most people would have done. In fact, I think most people did. You said it was very solemn and very quiet. That's because everybody left. Everybody went. They went home because they don't want to carry on like enjoying themselves after they've witnessed that, you know. And yet you just carried on, just filming for your YouTube, you know.
And that's
Absolutely.
definitely what I did with us, for sure.
Yeah,
But,
and then we just sat there on the beach, just all of us just talking about like life and how precious and like scary it is at the same time with the older ones, not the young ones, obviously. They were playing in the sand, they couldn't hear us, but yeah, just how like,
yeah,
oh,
this
it made
guy's
me feel
lost
so...
company for definite.
I bet people do wild camp here, it's a beautiful spot.
100%.
But yeah, it was just a really horrible, I just pray that he's okay. Who knows? It was a long time they were working on him though. A long time. But yeah, it just kind of didn't feel right to vlog anything more on the beach after that, did it? It just didn't feel right.
So why did you then? why did you? You know, I mean, as I mentioned, there was Esme doing her TikToks. You filmed the little kids playing on the beach, and now you're still there at the beach and you're still filming. You're vlogging it. You're talking about. You're not even got back to your caravan. Maybe sit in your caravan out of the beach, you know, and talk about it, if that's what you want to do. But you haven't even left the beach before you telling this story. That's you vlogging about it, Sarah. Stop lying.
A little bit awkward, so that's why we didn't. Yeah, you can pull up and pull around on here, babe. You will, easily. You will. That is the most scary Jeepers Creepers looking van. Yeah, maybe.
One life, live it indeed. Never more has it been more prevalent than today, really. And it is just another way of them putting across that, yes, life is too short. Let's live it as we want to, because look what can happen. And that was one of their messages. I saw that in one of the comments as well. So, yeah, all in all, I think that this was so disrespectful for Chris and Sarah to be talking about on their YouTube channel, putting it out to thousands of people online, and possibly re-traumatizing the family when nobody knows what's happened. Obviously, I hope that the man was fine and okay, but if not, you know. But Chris and Sarah, they're going to get so much backlash for this. They will vlog literally everything. They think they're okay because they didn't film it. They didn't film the event. They filmed the helicopter, and they filmed all the people around, and they talked. Well, it wasn't that just that they talked about it. It was that they dramatized it. You listen to Sarah, and it was a drama to her. That's how she spoke about it. Anyway, I've had enough of this. So if you have appreciated this video, please give it a massive thumbs up. Comment all of your thoughts about it down below, and I know you're going to have thoughts about this one. And subscribe to the channel if you are new, because I'm here every single day, multiple times a day sometimes. Until next time, have a lovely day. Take care, and bye-bye.